Biafra, Afro, BFR, Raffle Jingo, my people, follow who no road. His Excellency Simon Ekpanjoku, na him they carry us enter Biafra. He they play the show, no be lie. The good guy, Prime Minister of Biafra Republic Government, in exile, went there for Obodo Yibo, Finland. With him government, na him they do the wonder. Say make you join, follow up, he go sweet you for body. Freedom today, better for you. And your picking them, I dey tell you, you can't still bring ogbonge raffle draw with big money when you go win. I dey tell you, no be lie. Starting from on the 29th of November, go reach December 3rd. Now this thing they happen 2024. And make I shock you, the money, it makes sense well. $20 and total winning prize $10,000. A first prize $5,000, third prize $2,000. BFR, no sit down, no sit down. Look, na dog name. They want from here gather money to build Biafra, where you they cry for sins. You go also win too. No play.
You are all invited to the Aludo State de facto government in Homeland Fort fundraising. Purpose of the event to support Finland Convention for Biafra Redeclaration. Date Friday 8 November 2024. Time 7 p.m. Biafra land time. Venue online via Zoom link. Mechuku Okike Abiyama bless you for yielding to this noble
program. Wherever you are joining me from, I appreciate you and I thank you for being part of this program. Please like and share the program on your platform. Share to family and friends. Share to everyone that is close to you, so that they can be part of this very platform and be able to send information across. Fellow Biafrans and people of the world, viewers across the world, in this very platform, we do not come here to instigate violence. We do not come here to preach hate. We don't come here for saga or to attack any individual. What we do in this platform is to send information across to the world on the true situation of things in Biafra land and in the contraption called Nigeria. There are so many things that are not being taken note of. There are so many things that are happening that are being told in a different form. In this platform, we bring those information to your doorstep and tell you exactly how things are. There are certain videos that you might not be able to come across on the media. Some videos that are hidden from the eyes of the people, we bring them out and share it through the social media so that the world will be aware of what is going on in the contraption called Nigeria. I welcome every one of you, and I'm going to share a very important information as we speak. I want you to watch this video from the beginning to end. You will understand what we are talking about. So many things that you can't see online. You are going to see it here. So listen to this very video from the beginning to end, and I bet you're going to enjoy it. Let us watch it together and see what the video has to say.
Welcome back to the morning show here on Arise News. Thank you for staying with us. Well, this past week produced many highlights at the national level, but one actually stuck out like a sore thumb, and that was the arraignment of 114 evidently malnourished children by the Nigerian police for taking part in the recent End Bad Governance protest in the northern part of Nigeria. They were brought before the court for allegedly committing treason. Another highlight of the week, albeit on a slower and less dramatic scale, was President Bola Tinubu refusing to bow to demands being made by certain interests to withdraw a set of tax reform bills that are already before the National Assembly. For a much needed perspective on those two developments and a closer look at the undercurrent of reasons that might be behind them, we're now being joined by Professor Usman Yusuf, a former executive secretary of the National Health Insurance Scheme. It's good to have you again on the morning show, sir.
Thank you very much for having me today.
All right, then, just diving right into it, I want to get your perspective on the implications of, prosecuting minors, especially in this case where we see the End Bad Governance protesters. What are your views on the legality and the ethics of charging these young protesters with treason? And how would you assess the Attorney General's intervention in the case? Do you think it reflects the recognition of public sentiment or more about political optics? Your thoughts?
Right, thank you. I wouldn't give you the legal because I'm not a lawyer. But I will talk about the ethics and the moral. These clips were sent to me from no less a place than outside the country. I didn't see them. I got one sent from Chicago, unknown number, and the other one from as far away as Brisbane, Australia. I called the numbers. These guys were journalists. They had seen the clips before I saw them. And they were asking me, is this real? Is this part of mass school abduction? I mean, watching this clip, to be honest, was heart-wrenching. The point I bring about this foreign journalist calling me is we do not know the damage this thing has done to us in this country. The image of Nigeria and this government is dented by this. For us in the north, this is clearly reminiscent of the days when you have mass school abductions by bandits, and we bring them out in this large number. Fortunately for us, the case we saw, arraigned by the Minister of Justice to a federal court, they look much worse than what we always get from bandits. So bandits take care of children better than our government. I mean, fellow Nigerians, these children, over 2,000 protesters were arrested during during this End Bad Government protest. Protest that is the legitimate right of every citizen. Many were kept without their parents knowing where they were. They were blindfolded. We are getting reports from those who were released. They were blindfolded and transported and detained in centers across the north. These children, and I had the interview of their lawyer, there are 45 minors in this collection of children that were brought to court. These children were brought from Kano, from Kaduna, from Jos, from Gombe to Abuja. What were their crimes? Alleged crimes? Oh, treason. Trying to incite mutiny and change of government by the military, waving Russian flag, causing a regime change. These children you saw, this government is so jumpy and insecure because of what it's doing to this country. This is clearly, I mean, there's no two-way about it. This is clearly the government trying to terrorize us and terrorize the most vulnerable amongst us, our children, and decriminalizing legitimate protests in this country. President Bola Ahmed Tinubu is a beneficiary of protest and agitation in this country. And what his government is doing is clearly trying to stifle any voice. And the voices of children, the President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, he's not only our commander-in-chief, but to a nation that is signatory to treaties all over the world in protecting the rights of children. He's also the chairman of ECOWAS. What is he going to tell them? What is he going to tell them? This is a bloody blow and a huge shame to this country, that we're doing this to our children by the government. By the government. When we collect these children from bandits, we take them to hospital and take care of them. But what did President Bola Ahmed Tinubu's government do to these children that collapsed in a court of law, they took them back to jail. They took them back to jail. And what did the Attorney General do when he came out? Oh, the Attorney General said he's going to recall the file. Excuse me, Mr. Attorney General, there's no file to recall. What we Nigerians demand is immediate and unconditional release of all of these children. They need to be taken care of in the hospital. They need to be better nourished. All their medical issues need to be taken care of. They need to be fully compensated for the pain and suffering this government has caused them. And their parents need to be fully compensated. And full investigation must be done as to who is responsible. And the police. The Inspector General of Police must take full responsibility for this, because this dastardly act was done on his watch. We are hearing reports that the police abduct children from these cities in the north, Kano, Katsina, Kaduna, Jos, and Gombe, and illegally transported them for rendition here in Abuja on no location. Many of their parents do not know where they were. Their appearance in court was the first time they saw them. Their appearance in court was the first time they saw them. So President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, this action is clearly terrorizing our citizens with the full complicity of the security services that swore to protect us, and the court that swore to uphold the law. This is unacceptable, and it's not going to be accepted. The law is a noble profession, and I salute, and every Nigerian should salute the efforts of the lawyers of these children, who doggedly and pro bono defended these children. And without them, we would not have known this. The same breath, I am going to condemn, and every Nigerian should condemn the actions, the callous actions of the prosecuting lawyer and the prosecuting judge. The law, like medicine, is common sense. The judge should have known that these children needed medical care, not to be left laying on the floor in a court of law. Where are they? How many have died? How many are going to die? We need to have the full account of this. These children must be reunited with their families and fully compensated. And the president needs to address this nation and stop this criminality we are seeing. It's not acceptable.
Okay. All right, Prof. Thank you so much, Professor Usman Yusuf. But two things from me, because I'd like you to look at the issues from two clear areas. First will be, I mean, in spite of the uproar that this has rightly generated, but first will be that, yes, minors have been paraded, and the whole world is basically saying that this is not right. But what about those who are not minors there, who participated during that protest, and who, according to police, destroyed public property, burned down public institutions, burned down houses, destroyed cars, etc. Are you also saying that their atrocities should be ignored? That's one. And the second part will be that the minors that are there, sadly, in large numbers, who obviously were on the street on the days that this protest happened in August, do you think that that speaks to a larger concern, particularly in the north, about out-of-school children, and the mere fact that on the day that they were meant to be in school, it was easy for them to be taken, to join the bandwagon of the protest, and by the time that it descended into chaos, they became willing to. So do you think that this should be an opportunity for the authorities, government, state government, local government, etc., to look deeper into the more concerning or equally concerning issue of out-of-school children, particularly in the north?
You are preaching to the choir, but you are not going to give any excuse to anybody for this nonsense we're saying. Nobody, no government should be responsible for what we are seeing. So out of school, in school is no excuse for this. There are those that we elected in states and federal that are supposed to take care of these children. And they are the ones you should bring to this chair and ask those questions of. I am here to protest against what the federal government has done to our children. You are a baby, you are a 90-year-old, you have the right to protest. And nobody should criminalize protest. And that is what this government is doing. So no excuse. Give nobody any excuse for this. You want to talk about out-of-school children, we'll make it another day. Or call the governors of all the states. But don't make that as an excuse. I know you are not holding forth for any government, but no government should give us any excuse for what we've seen. For what we've seen. I'm not talking the legal, there are lawyers to do that. I'm here to talk about the fundamental human rights of these children that have been violated. I'm here to talk about children should not have been there. I'm here to talk about if there are problems in Kano, Katsina, or Kano, it should be prosecuted there. Not children blindfolded and transported in the middle of the night in Black Maria by Gestapo police to Abuja. It's not acceptable, and the world should know that. And we must all raise our voices. That is why I'm here. Next question, please.
Okay, sir. Thank you for joining us this morning, Professor Usman Yusuf. Now, beyond the fact that Nigeria is a signatory to different international treaties that protect children, we do have a Child Rights Act. And the Child Rights Act also has stated that children are exempt from this type of persecution, that they have freedom to, they have certain protections that are outlined for children. Now that is in section 255. Now that does not come into consideration when we talk about treason. And these children are being accused of treason for raising Russian flag. Now some Nigerians are wondering if there are Russian flags, if there is terrorism, if there is someone pushing for a change in regime, will it be these children, these malnourished children on the streets of Nigeria, or would it be some type of higher power? And if that is the case, should our security services not then be focused on these individuals who might be pushing children? Because another question is, what would these children know about Russian interference in Africa? So I want to ask you that, but also the second issue at hand today is the VAT tax. The VAT tax bill that has been pushed back by some governors in the north, particularly because they want to change the way it is remitted or the way the VAT sharing formula. Some people argue that a lot of the products we get from the north, such as food, are tax exempt, and so it will be unfair to the north. But some people also argue that the sharing formula we have right now is unfair to the south, and that in the sharing formula has a lot of the VAT that's gotten from items sold in the south and then they're remitted to the north. So what's your take on the pushback from the northern governors in terms of that? And what's your take on these young children on the streets of Nigeria who are victims of, some of them victims of insecurity themselves, some of them possibly orphans from the Boko Haram insurgency? What's your take on their understanding of what treason would be, or Russian influence in Africa?
Right. I mean, why the children are there is the failure of government at all levels, local, federal, and state, and the failure of communities. We all went to school. Our parents were not wealthy. From the commonwealth of our people, our education was paid for. We went into the world and competed favorably because leaders of that time invested in us. That is why today, each time we raise our hands, we pray for three people. Our parents departed, our teachers that taught us well, and our leaders that invested in us. You can say the same of the leaders of today. It is the failing of government, it's the failure of leadership that we have these children all over. The last Minister of Education, Adamu said he has been the longest serving Minister of Education. He's not proud of it because during his time we have over 20 million Nigerian children out of school. So it's the failure of government, and that's what we've been talking about. Corruption and bad governance, this is what we see on steroids since the arrival of democracy in this country. Back to VAT debate. Yeah, northern governors met in Kaduna to talk about VAT. Oh, and they want to accrue more money. Let me say that they were not there for God and country or for the region. They were collecting there because they are not going to get more money. But this is the honest truth about VAT. People that know it, VAT is a consumption tax. If Dangote now has a factory, cement factory in Abajana, Kogi State, he doesn't pay VAT in Kogi, he pays VAT in Lagos because Lagos is his headquarters. Many of the oil companies are in Niger Delta, are in the Delta region. That's where they have their operation. But their headquarters are in Lagos, they pay VAT to Lagos. What has Lagos done to earn that? So Lagos is getting all of that money. And now you're saying, oh yeah, that money is ours, that money is ours. No, it isn't. Lagos is what it is today thanks to the Nigeria's Commonwealth. All the infrastructures were built by Nigerian Commonwealth. The ports, the bridges, the everything. If anybody asks you, you must pay. So people need to be sensible. We are the resistance they call in the old Zulu adage, Ubuntu. You are who you are because of me. It's common humanity. So this selfishness, oh, it's me, it's me, it's me, and the president is following that, it's raising antenna alarm in the north. That what the president essentially is doing is trying to pull all the resources to the southwest, particularly Lagos. Particularly Lagos. It doesn't matter whether it's true or not, but the president needs to hear the pulse of the north, the pulse of our people. Dangote is paying VAT in Lagos with his factories in the north. So all that, yes, and the president has sent a bill. Has sent a bill to the House about his tax reform. That is his right as the executive. But it is the right of our representatives, and we're watching them very closely. It is the right of our representatives to fight for us and kill that bill if it does not do well for the people they are representing. End of story. There is no argument. There is no argument. This is what democracy is. President Bola Ahmed Tinubu on his own cannot do things without reverting back to the House. And we have our representatives there that we will hold accountable. That's how much I will say about this.
All right, then thank you so much, Professor Usman. It's always a pleasure having you here with us on the morning show. Unfortunately, we've run out of time.
Thank you so much for watching the program. I appreciate you for your patience to watch from beginning to end. I hope you have learned a lot from this very program that I just played, this video. Please like and share the video. Share to all platforms. After sharing the video, now you can go to the comment section and put down your comments. Whatever suggestions, contributions you have to make, what do you think about the video I just played? Go to the comment section and put your comment. I will go to the comment section, and I bet you I am learning a lot from there, and you can equally learn from there. Let us share our experience on that comment section. Thank you so much, and stay blessed. Don't forget to share, and we continue to bless you as you share. Biafra government, peace, progress, unity, and equity. We move airborne.
You are all invited to the Aludo State de facto government in Homeland Fort fundraising. Purpose of the event, to support Finland Convention for Biafra Redeclaration. Date Friday 8 November 2024, time 7 p.m. Biafra land time, venue online via Zoom link. May Chukwu Okike Abiyama bless you for yielding to this noble cause.